That is hardcore.
This is hardcore shit.
But for me, it's harder and harder to resist.
Hardcore Horror with Mike and Bridget. Hello, everybody. This is Mike.
Hey, Bridget,
Hey.
what's up?
Hi, what's going on?
Oh, my phone's bleeping out. I'm in Destin, Florida right now. So my phone's kind of cutting in and out. So that's my bad.
I'm not sure if this is the best time to go to Florida. Huh?
Hey, I am missing the hurricanes.
Okay, good.
It's nowhere near me. I promise.
That's good. It's like you go from the hurricane. You don't go toward it.
That's right.
That's what it's supposed to be. So what's going on tonight? We have a pretty cool show. Who do we have as guests? Tell us about it.
So we have a Gwendolyn Sweet. She's really awesome. It's really crazy how I met her. I was at a luncheon, and this guy randomly walks up to me to compliment me on my blue hair, everybody. Blue hair. He was like, dude, I love your hair. And we're talking. And he was like, hey, do you have a business card? I said, no, but I have a QR code. I said, do you like horror movies? He goes, no, I don't. I was like, well, that's unfortunate. He goes, I said, I do a podcast. And he is like, I have a friend that loves podcasts. She wants to create her own podcast. She wants to do a true crime podcast. She's been trying to talk me into it. I'm not into it. And she loves horror. She's a horror enthusiast. I said, and he kind of hooked us up, and her name is Gwendolyn Sweet. So her and I hung out yesterday. We've talked several times on the phone, but we hung out yesterday. She's a Playboy bunny model. And really, her last name's perfect, Sweet. She is one of the sweetest people I've ever met. Awesome. She really is sweet, and she loves horror. So I'm excited to talk to her later.
All right, very cool. Yeah. All right. Well, before we get to her, a couple things I wanted to run through. Obviously, October is here, the spooky month. Awesome. Very glad to finally get into the Halloween season. And with the Halloween season comes the annual Halloween sale that I have. And I've been doing this for 14 years, believe it or not, 14 years. Every year on Halloween, or in October, do a Halloween sale on movies. And it's pretty cool because I try to, really reduce the prices and, get people to be able to get some movies for cheap. So we have Blu-ray discs and DVDs for half off, and collections 40% off, and digital is 30% off. So it's a big sale that's going to run for the month. And so www.fauxpasfilms.com, people can go and get some movies for cheap this month.
Yes, and they need to, because your films are amazing. Buy them up while you can. I'm just saying.
Buy them. Yeah, buy them while they're cheap. Why not?
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that's going on this month. There's so much going on this month. But one thing I wanted to talk about was the kind of overload of horror movies in October now. It's kind of weird, but back in the day when there was just movies in theater, but cable mostly was just like movies from the theater recycled afterward. So you had some movies that came out in October and stuff, but it wasn't really like this big batch. I mean, to me, I feel like it's almost stressful for somebody who wants to watch so much horror movies and like tries to get involved in all that's out there. I mean, you just can't get involved in all of it. But October specifically, it just gets inundated with all of this stuff because you have not only theater, but you have all of these streaming platforms that are all vying for your attention.
Yeah,
so they all have their own October Halloween horror spin on it. There's just so much going on. I wanted to run through a few of these for you, and this is just a tip of the iceberg of what's coming out in October, and it's just insane to me. Just real quick, I'm gonna run by some of this for you.
Yeah.
This movie just came out, Smile. Halloween Ends. That's a big one, of course. Terrifier 2. The Visitor. Grim Cuddy. Spirit Halloween. VHS 99. Slayers. Matriarch. Slashback. Pray for the Devil. The New Hellraiser. Dark Glasses. The Curse of Bridge Hollow. That's just a tip of the iceberg of the movies that are coming out.
So, have you even seen any of these?
These haven't, like, well,
they're all coming out in October.
Yeah,
you're like,
Smile
how
just
in the
came out.
hell am I going to watch all of these?
That's just a tip, and then you got shows. The Midnight Club.
Oh, the shows.
Yeah, Midnight Club. Mike Flanagan. I have to watch it. Interview with a Vampire, the new version. Let the Right One In, a TV show of it coming out. There's something on Disney called Werewolf by Midnight. Chucky season 2. I know you weren't a fan of the first one, but I was. And Cabinet of Curiosities. And there's just so many of those. Just so many TV shows. All the stuff that's coming out. I mean, it is just, you get slammed with it. I mean, it is crazy how much stuff. And it's like, wow, you know, I mean, to be a horror fan, I mean, it's great, you know, because at least you're not, you know, like in the 80s, people were just like so like hungry for movies that, you know, like you could just lap them up because there wasn't that many being made because, you know, I mean, there were, but a lot of times you couldn't even get them, you know? So
what's disappointing to me is that during the month of October, you're right. It's so oversaturated. Like they take and wait for the month of October and they dump it all on you. Yeah. So I will tell you one thing. If you ever come to my house, you're like, hey, what's your internet? What's your Wi-Fi? It's horror 365 because it is horror in my house 365 days.
Well, same here. But there really will be more horror next month. So you know, you try to watch as much as you can. But I mean, there's no way I can.
I think for you and I that we're really passionate about it, because it's so oversaturated and there's so much, we have to kind of pick and choose like what we feel like. I'll tell you one, Terrifier 2. I definitely want to say that because I'm a clown fan. I love clowns, love killer clowns. So, but it's hard. It sucks balls big time. Yeah, I shouldn't say that, should I?
Well, you can say
my kiddo would be like, "Mom, you sound like me."
It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet. Right?
It is.
So speaking of horror movies, you been watching anything you've been watching?
So I haven't watched as much because I did go to a badass concert. I'm gonna give them a shout out. Is Louder Than Life in Lexington, Kentucky. Mm-hmm. So we saw Ghostman, Chevelle, Alice Cooper, Rob Zombie, and then Kiss. Never seen Kiss in concert before.
Nice.
Rob Zombie's still one of my favorites. Love Rob Zombie. That was really fun. Speaking of Rob Zombie, I did watch the Munsters.
Yeah, so did I. What'd you think?
I watched it the day it come out, and you know what? So for me, all right. So I'm a big horror fan. I'm a huge Rob Zombie fan. He took a completely different approach, which I appreciate that about him because he broadened his horizons a little bit. Mm-hmm. Sherry Moon Zombie, I've always thought she's a good actress, but she always plays the same role. I want to give her kudos in this one because I felt like as an actress, she played a different role and she did it well. The movie, I watched the show when I was like little, like a kid. It's kind of corny and boring, and it was all I could do to sit through it. But I had to check it off the list, you know. I don't know. What was your take on it?
My take on it was I really loved the production value of it, like the look of everything, and just
same.
The overall scenery. I thought it was really good. You know, it just appealed to me. Obviously, it has that sort of Halloween look to it and everything. Sure. As far as the acting, I thought it was a little half and half. I thought sometimes they nailed the characters and sometimes they weren't exactly vibing with the characters. So it was a little uneven sometimes with that. Overall, though, I liked it. I didn't hate it. I thought it was going to be worse than it was, to be honest. As far as the jokes and stuff, I think it's just more of a time thing. You know, it worked kind of.
It's corny as
yeah. Yeah.
It is so corny, and I don't do corny.
Well,
I'm like,
corny-
damn. I'm like, God, should I have smoked some weed or something before I watch this shit? But no.
Corny worked. I think corny worked, when we were younger, or at least when we were young, for sure. But I think even that time frame worked a little bit better than now. I don't think that it really vibes too well. But so I mean, yeah, there was
agreed. 100%.
There was some cringe. There were some cringe moments for sure.
But Rob Zombie doing the movie, if you know anything about Rob Zombie films, that was really him like going outside his box,
Well, yeah. I mean, that's as wholesome as Rob Zombie can get. Okay, that's it.
That is a sweet way of putting it. You are so lovely. That was so nice, Mike. What a compliment.
That's it.
Okay, but I haven't watched a whole lot. I've been watching Dahmer.
Okay, yeah, I watched that.
I know Gwendolyn is into the cannibalism, so I'm not going to talk a whole lot about it because I'm sure we'll talk about it with her later on. But so I watched that. Anything? I did like it. I did like it. But you know what? I've watched so many Dahmer. Oh my God! Everything on him I've probably seen.
Right, I have too, and of course, obviously the kills and everything. None of that stuff was new or shocking,
right?
But I did like it. I thought it was real engaging. I really wanted to watch the next episode. It's very bingeable, and I really liked a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that they did. So I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
Yeah, me too. Same.
And by the way, speaking of that, the guy who did Blair Witch 2, Joe Berlinger. Mm-hmm. He came out with the tapes of a documentary with the tapes of Ted Bundy and John Wayne Gacy, and I think here in a few days he's going to drop a documentary on Netflix with the tapes of Jeffrey Dahmer. So that's another one I'm looking forward to.
Oh, that would be a good one. That'd be a good one. Oh yeah, awesome. Anything else? What have you been watching?
I watched a few things. I'm gonna run through a few of them. I'm not gonna do the whole list, but I'm gonna run through a few. I bought a DVD. It's called 6 Films to Keep You Awake, and these are all foreign films. And I didn't watch all of them, but I watched 4 of them, which was A Real Friend, A Christmas Tale, The Baby's Room, and To Let, and all those were really good. So I've only got 2 more to go, but I really liked all those. I thought they were really good. Where did you buy this at? I bought it on Amazon. But,
on Amazon, okay.
Yeah, 6 Films to Keep You Awake. It was pretty good. Well worth it.
Okay, cool.
Up next was a movie called 3. Have you ever seen this movie? I'm surprised. It's got Bill Moseley in it.
Oh, that's my dude. Mm-hmm. I love Bill Moseley.
Bill Moseley and Mark Malukas, the guy, he was in Buffy.
The show Buffy.
The show
Not
Buffy,
the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The movie itself, 3, it's okay. I'll say it has a 90s ending. I'll leave it at that because I don't want to give it away. But it's okay as a first watch. But if you go back and rewatch it, man, you'll see all those plot holes and be like, what the hell?
Okay.
Up next was a rewatch of The Brood by Cronenberg, which I love.
I just watched this movie. That is so funny. I watched it for the first time not that long ago.
What do you think?
I liked it. It's it was good. So George Dimick is a movie collector, a horror movie collector, and so I also collect movies. So we do a swap, and that was one of the movies that he loaned to me to watch. So that was one of them. I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it. Did you like it?
Yeah, I love Cronenberg. I mean, I think he does body horror fantastic.
The body horror, yes.
Yeah,
love it.
Up next was Trash Fire. As a rewatch of Trash Fire, this is I think they categorize this as horror, I guess, because of the ending, but it's not really a horror movie. But I really do like it. It's by Richard Bates Jr., the guy who did Excision. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so.
One where the chick's obsessed with the blood is Tracy Lord.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, love that. That's a good movie.
Yes. So
Put that on your list if you have not seen it.
I like most of his movies, so I try to watch them all. But I really do like this movie. I wouldn't watch it for the horror though. It's definitely not a horror movie. I don't think, except again till the very end. Of course, Dahmer.
Till the very end.
Yeah. Of course, Dahmer we talked about already. I did a rewatch of Revenge. Have you seen that movie, Revenge?
So, dude, I've had this shit on my list forever, and I can't seem. I've even tried to stream it on cinema. I've tried to stream it everywhere. My mom.
It's on Shudder.
No shit. My mom. Don't listen to this, mom, because she doesn't like people to know she loves horror movies. She's like, I sat up and watched this great horror movie, Bridget. You'll love it. She goes, your dad woke up. My dad hates horror movies. He woke up and he goes, what are you watching? She's like, I'm just watching a horror movie. And she goes, he just rolled over, went to sleep. That's totally my dad. My mom and I would sit up and watch horror movies all night long. She's like, you have got to watch this one. So I've had it on my list forever, but Shudder.
Okay. Generic title, but it's a great movie. Like it's very, I really like it. Yes, you have to, you know, your suspension of disbelief has to go. You can't look at this like a realistic movie because you're going to go bullshit. But for a fun watch, it's really good. I really
What was this one called?
That one was called Revenge.
Oh, you're talking about,
yeah.
So okay. My mom was like, oh, it's so gory. You love the gore. You'd love it.
It's really
good.
bloody.
Okay, good. Cool.
Yeah. Up next was American Carnage. Not exactly what I expected. I liked it. Okay. It wasn't what I expected for sure, especially from the title, but, as the government issues an executive order to arrest the children of undocumented immigrants, the newly detained youths are offered an opportunity to have their charges dropped by volunteer to care for the elderly. It's a pretty good movie. A little twist. Again, it wasn't what I was expecting. I didn't love it, but it's pretty good. Next was Raven's Hollow. This is on Shudder as well. This is a weird movie about Edgar Allan Poe. It's like a fictitious story about how the Raven came about.
Did you like it? Because that's actually on my list. So
I liked it, but I mean, I didn't love it. But it's just like a period piece. It's just kind of it's kind of wild. It's not gory or anything like that. So it's not like a horror.
Am I going to go to sleep?
You could. Maybe.
Yeah, I figured that. Okay. All right. Maybe. I love it that you like put it so softly. Like, yeah, you might. No, that's Bridget, you're gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like the older settings and it's like a war thing, and there is like a spiritual entity thing, but there's no like big action or horror, gore or anything like that. It's just more like his tale of how he became who he was, you know, like a fictitious version of how Edgar Allan Poe came to be. Of course, we talked about the Munsters already. The next thing I watched was My Best Friend's Exorcism.
Is that a comedy?
There are comedic moments. Yeah, it's a horror comedy for sure. Yeah, it's on Prime. I liked it. Okay, I wasn't expecting much, and so I wasn't let down. I think if I was expecting a lot, I would have been let down. I will say this: it is rated R, but don't expect anything R. It's only rated R because of the language, and that's it. But it's very much a teen movie.
Yeah, see, I probably won't.
Yeah. So if that's not your thing,
it's funny. It's funny because I call them. You're like it's a teen movie. I'm calling Mickey Mouse. Like when I was watching True Blood and everybody, it's right when Twilight come out.
Yeah.
I was like Twilight. I was like, that's like True Blood at Disney World.
Right. And speaking of Disney World, the last thing I watched was Hocus Pocus 2.
Oh, but I haven't seen that. Is it the actresses the same or no?
Actresses are the same. Yes, the three are the same.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I haven't even heard of this. I didn't even know there was a part 2.
It just dropped recently.
So, is it good?
Well, it just depends on, like, if you love the first one, I don't know how you'll feel about this one. I don't love the first one. Like, I like it, okay? It's just not, like, one of my favorite movies or anything. It's not. I know a lot of people do love it.
Okay.
I don't particularly love it.
A lot of people love it, but I was like...
I don't particularly love it. I think it's okay. I
Mm.
like it okay. I didn't like this one as good as the first one. I thought it was definitely a formula movie. For
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
I mean, it has
He's
some-
been hanging out with me too long. He's talking about formula movies.
Exactly. It has its little gags and stuff, but was it necessary? Not really. I mean, yeah, it was okay. Like I said, I didn't hate it, but I'm not that in love with the original. Had I been, maybe I would have been like, that movie sucked. I don't know, So
Well, it's for a lot of people, they're like, ooh, Hocus Pocus is a horror movie. I'm like, really? No, it's not.
Well, it's a Halloween movie.
It's
And Halloween is
for you.
synonymous with horror.
Hey, but Sarah Jessica Parker's in it, and I love her. Love her. So that she gets the movie gets kudos just for her being in it.
I'm actually
she's not in the second one, is she?
She is. Yeah.
She is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll watch it just for her. Honestly,
all the three witches are in it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Anyway, that's all I got. You ready to talk to Gwendolyn?
Yeah, let's bring her on.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
Let's do it.
So we have Gwendolyn Sweet on with us tonight. She's an international Playboy model / actress and also a horror enthusiast. Hey, Gwendolyn, how are you?
I'm doing fabulous. I'm so excited to talk about horror with you.
Awesome.
And I'm actually wanting to start my own podcast, which is going to be about murders and like serial killers. So it'll be both current murders, like ongoing investigations, and talk about like some historical and like I would choose to talk about like cannibalism and things like that. And do a whole
So Gwendolyn, obviously there's a big market for that stuff, and there's quite a few out there. Are there any that you have listened to that you're really influenced by, like Last Podcast on the Left, My Favorite Murder, stuff like that? Any of those stuff that you listen to?
I've listened to like My Favorite Murder, and I don't think they're really my style.
Okay.
I think I like to talk about things graphically, and I don't like to tiptoe around them. And I don't like to talk about my cats, and they do that a lot. I don't have cats.
All right.
But,
so you're coming at it with a new angle then. A more
yes.
technical.
And the title of my show is going to be Murder is My Porn. And it's kind of
Nice.
hinting at the fact that I am a playmate and my partner is too. But we're also both a degree in psychology, and I have a degree in art. So we both are coming from like two different perspectives, but from an educated standpoint. And we're just obsessed with all true crime anyway. So it's just very fitting.
Very awesome.
That's awesome. When I talked to you yesterday, I was telling you how it's the true crime podcast is very, very oversaturated. But when you were talking to me, you were like, well, here's how I'm coming in something different, that you have a lot more details and a lot of things facts that a lot of documentaries will leave out.
Yes, I think there's some cringe factor that a lot of people want to skip over saying things, especially when it comes to cannibalism and even children. I mean, even that like creeps me out. But I feel like if you're not honest and open and detailed, that people really don't get how fucked up that how dark that gets. And I want to go and like, there are some more obscure serial killers and murders that people really don't hear about, or like even the news kind of just skates over. And, and I really want to talk about like, not just famous ones, but ones that are like currently going on.
Yeah, sure.
So like there was a recent murder in Memphis. Well, actually it wasn't in Memphis. It was a couple that were from Memphis, and they had gone on their honeymoon to Fiji, and they got in a fight, and he ended up stuffing her body between the toilet and the wall. And then he tried to escape to a remote island, and the indigenous people there like reported him.
Wow.
They were
So
like,
it's
white
it's
guy.
crazy. Like some stories like that, like some stories like make the national news, and
Right.
you have the same story over here that just doesn't get recognized at all.
Exactly.
So it's good to bring it to attention. So you're talking about cannibalism. I'm gonna have to bring this up. So have you watched Dahmer that just come out on Netflix?
Yes, I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's is it Evan Peters or Peter Evans? That's the actor. He's like fabulous.
He's
Evan
the
Peters,
he was on American Horror Story, like almost
Yes.
all of them, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
But his Dahmer is so natural. Like
Mhm.
he doesn't even look rehearsed. He just is Dahmer the whole series. It's like unbelievable. I do think it's interesting that they started almost at like the end of the story and like worked backwards.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel like for some people that might be a little confusing if you don't already know about Dahmer.
Well, I think that, this is the people that are really gravitating toward this and making it out to be so shocking are the people that really haven't heard that much about Dahmer. The younger generation, because there's been many documentaries and there's been many movies made about Dahmer before, but this one, I think it told the story a little differently. And I think the reason they started like that is because they didn't know it was such a known story. But I like it. I like that they told a lot of the behind the scenes stuff and all of that.
Yeah, like his relationship with his family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did not mention Dahmer's father even told like the prosecution that Dahmer was raped by a neighborhood boy when he was like 8, and they did not like mention that at all in the series. But I mean, that's just adding on to like the layers and layers of problems he had. And fear of like abandonment and everything. He basically had everything that a serial killer would, like the checklist.
He checked all of them off. He checked all the boxes off. He sure did. Yeah.
But the series was so fabulous.
Yeah. So I had to
made you empathize too with Dahmer.
I had to bring up, you were talking about serial killers and then cannibalism. So it's the first thing that comes to my mind. So I was like, because we've been binge watching it too. So, awesome. So, our podcast is, hardcore horror because we're into extreme horror. So what's your favorite extreme horror movie, or what's your favorite horror movie? And then what's your favorite extreme horror movie?
Okay, my favorite horror movie, hands down, is Audition. I feel like when I talked to you the other day, I could repeat. I was like, I'm in love with that movie.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I have a theme of my favorite horror movies always have to do with gender perception. And the way like someone decides based on how somebody looks, like who they are. And so like The Skin I Live In and Under the Skin, like all of those have to do with like someone's perception of somebody and being like weak or strong because of it.
When we were talking yesterday, you were telling me, have you seen The Skin I Live In? I was like, oh my gosh, I love that movie. And you said, have you read the book? I haven't read a book in like years, but after talking to you, I was like, I actually want to read that. So Mike, she was telling me that she read the book that was what the movie The Skin I Live In was based off of, but the book is way, way, way darker.
Way darker.
Way darker.
It's called Tarantula.
Cool.
And it gets like there are scenes where not only does after he's made her a woman,
spoiler.
I was going to say spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie.
He pimps her out in the book to other men. Almost as more, and there's way more torture in the book of like what she has to go through before he even like lets her see the light of day again. So it's really graphic. And plus, like when you're reading something, like your brain actually sees it as an action, so it's almost more intense.
Now, did you read the book before you saw the movie?
No, I saw the movie. I fell in love with the movie, so I was like, I need to know more.
Oh, okay. So you probably read the book and was like, oh, I'm disappointed in the movie now.
Well, I don't know. I still love the movie.
It's still a good movie.
But
maybe if you'd read the book first, you might have been. 'Cause
right.
Yeah.
I would have been like,
So,
well, they
yeah.
left all this out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's kind of like, I love American Psycho, and I
Yeah.
love the book, and I love the movie. And clearly the book has way more in it than the movie does.
Sure.
But I appreciate them both. And I think there are scenes in American Psycho that wouldn't translate to film and be liked. Like, people be like,
I love it that you read the books. Mike, do you ever read books and then watch the movie?
I mean, have I before? Occasionally, yeah, but not lately. No.
I mean, same. I'm not much of a book reader. I think the last book, I'm gonna be really honest. The last book that I read that there was a movie was 50 Shades of Grey. Okay, that was a long. I did had to. The book was way better. Way
was
better.
great. It was great airplane reading.
Oh,
If you're stuck on an airplane, they were like, this is just guilty pleasure.
Yeah. I can't
But yeah,
believe I
the
just confessed that one. 50 Shades of Grey. It was pretty good.
I like the movie Secretary. Does that count?
Oh, I love that movie.
Yes.
Wait, was that a book? Or no? No, it's just
No, but it's the
S&M.
same. It's the same. It's the same context, and the guy his name is Mr. Gray in that movie.
Oh, really?
Secretary. Yes.
That's weird.
I'm
I
not sure
didn't even
exactly
know.
what that connection is, but
I don't remember that. That's funny though. I don't
Interesting.
remember that one. Okay. All right. Awesome. So those are your two for favorite movies, favorite extremes. So those are your couple. And so I know from based on me talking to you, you love cannibalism. Or no, you don't love it. I'm not gonna say you love it. Sorry. Sorry. That sounds so
I eat someone
graphic.
every night.
You love cannibalism.
well, so
That
It's how I stay so skinny.
yeah.
did you know that because of this, Dahmer show has blown up and become so popular that there's this sort of backlash against cannibalism and all this stuff that's going on in art? Like they're coming after Katy Perry and Kesha for naming Dahmer in their songs and stuff, which is just kind of ridiculous. It's like,
Oh,
Yeah,
I
'cause-
haven't
you heard that?
I haven't
Yes.
heard
not,
that.
I had
like how dare
But
they
I know that-
glorify cannibalism? Yeah.
Wait, Katy
What?
Perry has a cannibalism song?
Well,
she has a
it's
song
dark,
that mentions Dahmer
It's
and
dark, it's
Kesha.
Dark Horse. Dark
Yeah.
Horse is the name of the song.
Right. And Kesha actually has a song called Cannibal, which we played on here.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just kind of crazy. But anyway, your love of cannibalism, tell us about it.
Oh, your love of cannibalism. Okay. Now, when you okay, so all right, I can rewind a little bit. That was putting it really bad. Wait. All right. So if we're like, hey, what is your favorite? Do you have a specific genre of horror movies that you like?
See, I'm telling you, all of my favorite ones almost have like a fucked up idea of love. Like
Okay. Okay.
like Under the Skin and Let the Right One In.
Love
And,
that one too. Yeah.
Martin. It's like everyone
Yeah.
he's in love with, he eats or
Yeah.
like kills. and it's like, I guess that's just very appealing to me that someone is so in love and so desperate and feels so isolated that even once they get someone they love, they just like devour them. Like
yeah,
ruin
it's
it.
it's almost like they cut them and eat them just so they can to just endure their body or just so they can be
so they
part
become
of them.
one. Right.
Yeah, that's a fucked up way of saying it. That's the only way I could explain it. But
Mhm.
no, I totally get that. We talked about yesterday. We talked about the movie Martin. So, Gwendolyn and I hung out yesterday. just so we could kind of get to know each other. And we talked a little bit about movies, and she's like, "Hey, have you seen the movie Martin?" I said, "No, but I'm going to put it on my list right now."
I love Martin. It's one of Romero's best
ones ever. Yeah. Everyone always talks about Evil Dead, and I'm like, wah, wah. Like Martin is so good. And did you know that Martin originally, George Romero, it was supposed to be like a real vampire. Like he was supposed to be like mythical, magical, you know, like actually rose from the dead. And George Romero, as he was starting the film, he like changed it. He was like, no, it's much better if it's more of a social construct talking about somebody's like mental illness and like their feeling of isolation and like being abused and that their reaction towards society.
It does work much better, I think.
Now, what year was this movie? What year did it come out?
It was in the 70s.
70s.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, there's some good ones then. Yeah. 70s got some good ones.
Yes. It's not
70s and 80s.
It's not a light watch.
Right. So tell us a little bit about yourself. So you're a Playboy model, right?
Yes, I was in Playboy Slovakia in 2020 in March and 2019. And I also worked at the Playboy Mansion for from 2013 to 2015.
Okay, so that's a few years. Did you live? You didn't live at the mansion, though. You just worked there.
I did stay at the mansion. So, like, if you were working there, sometimes you could stay. But otherwise, I was also working as like an actress too. So I had my like own apartment as well.
Okay. And you did the tell me if I'm wrong. You did the body painting. Yeah,
I was a body paint model for Hef. So his parties at the mansion. If you were one of his models and hosts, they did. It was just you just wore body paint. They like. It took all day, and they would like paint you up and stick rhinestones on you.
I have to ask. So I've seen him on TV. Have you ever been to one of his Halloween parties?
Yeah, I've been to the Halloween party. So there's a few parties that are only Hef's. So there were like ones that anyone could come to if you like paid. But Hef's parties were like his friends and invitation only. And so that's the ones I would go to. So that was usually like the New Year's Eve party, and it was always the Midsummer Night's Dream party, and I always did that. Oh, and that was like the most fabulous one.
Oh, of course you were. Oh my gosh, yes, I love it. I love it. So did you ever get painted up for any of the Halloween parties?
Well, I think only one year. Yeah. Did I do the Halloween party? And I think I was a showgirl. There's always like a typical
like a theme.
Yes. Like a palette. So like at the Midsummer's Night's Dream party, I was a genie. So I was painted like kind of like a Barbara Eden style, but it was all paint.
Okay.
Very cool.
I was thinking Jenna Jameson. I dream of Jenna. That's where my brain goes. That's so bad. Oh my gosh. Well, that's so awesome. That's so fun. I was like, oh, he always throws like the best Halloween parties. It's officially the month of October, which is my favorite month. So do you guys have any Halloween plans?
I am going to Fantasy Fest in Key West. But it's actually it's the week before Halloween. So it like leads up to Halloween.
So is it costume party?
Oh, a Fantasy Fest is like Mardi Gras with body paint. So it's like it's very wild.
Well, I'm gonna give you kudos for that one because I'm all about dressing up and I'm getting pretty good with my FX makeup. But the paint and the outfit on, I don't think I could pull that one off. Mike?
I think you absolutely could, Bridget. I've seen you in person. You definitely could.
I appreciate it. I don't know though. They were like, "Where's this bitch's clothes at? Get her some clothes."
No. Everyone's not wearing clothes. Everyone.
Okay. Mike, could you pull that one off?
Can I pull it off?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
See, he's gonna roll with his like, oh, there's a bunch of naked chicks around. I'm down. I'll do whatever you need me to do.
Sure,
Well,
sure.
that's fun. Who's gonna? So when you go to parties like this, you obviously can't do your own airbrushing.
Oh,
your
no,
paint.
no. So they have it very structured. When you go down for Fantasy Fest, because there's so many people, they hire all of these body painters from all over the US to come down for that like whole week. And it's only like $60, and you just tell your body painter like, this is what I want, and they'll just like do it.
Wow.
So it's
$16. $16 is pretty cheap.
$60.
How much?
60.
That's cheap to me.
It's not bad. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I could have my Halloween, my face painted up, and it'd be like a minimum of $100. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, I would say like most body painters charge like just to do one person, like normally for like a shoot or something, like $150, maybe more.
Yeah.
But like, because this is like, they have a lineup of people, it's very systematic, and they don't have to go look for new clients.
So do you know how you want your paint to look like?
Okay. So Christiane is going with me, and she and I wanted to do a body paint so that like when we stood together, we'd be one. So we're going to be a butterfly. So each one of us is going to be half of the butterfly.
Oh, that's pretty. Well, when you first said that, the first thing that came to my mind, I was like, oh, like Siamese twins. But now, when you say the butterfly with both of you guys having the wings, oh, that'd be pretty cool.
Right. So when we stand together, we'll be one.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Yeah. Anything else, Mike? So Mike and I have this thing that we do on our podcast. I think I may have gave you a heads up on it, but I love movie quotes. I don't always get them. Sometimes they're easy, sometimes they're hard. But Mike always comes up with movie quotes. He'll rattle it off to us, and we have to say the name of the movie, and we kind of do it together. So, do you want? Are you down?
I will try. I'll do my very best.
That's what I do too. All you can do is try, right?
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
All you can do.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready for number one?
Yes.
All right, here we go. All right, I know what this is. What? This is a suicide pact. It's a what? These kids are coming out here and killing themselves all over the woods.
Oh, wait, Jennifer's Body.
Nope.
No, I was thinking it was it, but that's not it.
Is it Idle Hands? No.
It's a horror comedy, though.
It is a horror comedy. I can tell. I know this.
It's not Tucker.
Yeah. Say it.
Is it? Oh my God, Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yes.
Is that right?
That's it.
Oh shit. Okay. I can't believe I got that. It took me a hot minute, but I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one of my favorites. I love it.
There you go. All right, number 2. This one's a little trickier, I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. Do you know how you got that dent in your top lip? Way back before you were born, I told you a secret, and then I put my finger there and I said, shh.
Oh,
I don't know this.
That'd be a pretty obvious point. I'm trying to think.
I don't know the answer to this
House of Wax.
No.
Well, I was trying to think of someone with a bad lip.
do you want me to tell you the actor? Would that help?
Yeah, maybe.
Christopher Walken.
Oh
my gosh, she's great. Prophecy.
Oh,
yep.
Is that it?
Sleepy Hollow.
That's
Prophecy?
it. Prophecy.
Yay. Okay.
Prophecy. I'm so bad.
All you had to do is tell me the actor. I was like, I got this one. Okay.
Yep. There you go. All right. Number 3. It's a pity you can't see your whole body. They don't seem pneumatic now, do they? They're like drops of water sliding along a glass surface.
Oh, the skin I live in.
There you go.
Yes.
Oh
I know
my
that.
gosh,
I have
that
movie
was so.
memorized, so.
Did you know that she loved that movie?
Yes, you told me that yesterday. So I thought,
Okay,
I'm going to
I
make
was
one easy
like,
for you.
damn, that was good, Mike. She's like, I got this one right here. This is my movie.
I got one win. There we go.
That is so awesome. That's good.
All right, here we go. Number 4. You never want to do anything interesting anymore. I don't think that is a fair criticism. Fuck me next to your dead mom then.
I don't know that one. Hold on. Can you say that one more time? Because I'm like,
All right.
okay.
You never want to do anything interesting anymore. Well, I don't think that's a fair criticism. Fuck me next to your dead mom then.
Necrophilia. He goes, nope. Fuck me next to your dead mom. That sounds pretty harsh, doesn't it? Okay, I can I have a hint? Do you want a hint, Gwendolyn? We need a hint.
I mean, I think I definitely don't know this one because I feel like I would remember.
Right, same.
But
Animal masks. Animal masks.
Well, I was thinking Sleepwalkers at first, but that's not it.
No.
Oh, Animal Mask would be
what's that guinea pig movie? It's no, it's not that.
Oh, you're thinking of the guinea pigs, the flesh and blood and all those.
Yes. No.
Oh no, I don't think it's that harsh. But that was good though. I love it that you even know what that is. That's pretty awesome.
Mask.
Like but they don't wear animal masks. Like the Purge. Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Was Liv Tyler in one of them? No.
That's The Strangers. But no, that's not it.
They don't wear animal masks. They wear the little potato sacks.
It's like a woven mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I call them potato sacks. That's how country I am. They're wearing potato sacks on their head.
So how can I say this? It is a home invasion movie, though. It is a home invasion movie with animal masks.
Dude, I can picture it. It's and they go to steal something and it backfires on them.
AJ Bowen is in it.
Yes, I know. I can't think of the name of it. Am I right? I'm on it, right? I'm all over it.
Go to steal something? No, you're thinking of
no.
Can't breathe or something. Don't breathe, rather.
No, that's not the one I'm thinking of. But I don't know. It's one of those formula movies. There's like 100,000 of them.
No, this isn't a formula movie. So we got Masks. It's a home invasion. AJ Bowen's in it. Barbara Crampton's in it. There's an Australian final girl.
Australian.
Can't think of her name though. What else can I tell you about it? There is a plot twist toward the end.
Well, I was going to go with the House of 1,000 Corpses, but that's not it because they do wear animal masks up in there. They put them in the bunny outfits. I'm just saying.
Right. Yeah.
But no, you throw me off by the actors.
They write the name of the movie after the first kills on the window in the beginning.
They write the name of the movie on the first kill
on the window. Actually, the first kill, the guy comes out and he sees it. That's the name of the movie.
Oh shit! I don't think I've seen it. Damn it!
You want me to tell you that?
Yes. All right. Let's hear the answer is.
You're next.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Oh, I haven't seen it either.
Neither one of you seen it?
No.
Oh my gosh, that's a good movie. And I just told you the plot.
It's funny because when you're saying they're wearing like the animal mask, I think when I'm flipping through channel, I call it channel surfing, streaming. Mm-hmm. That's what the picture the picture is, right? Like, is it a bunny?
I don't think so.
Why? Oh, I was like, why they always got to do?
They have different ones, though. There's like 3 or 4 of them.
Okay.
All right. Last quote. You ready?
Ready.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. All right. Hey, kids, you too can own one of the big Halloween 3. That's right. 3 horrific masks to choose from. They're fun, they're frightening, and they glow in the dark.
I don't know. That's I don't know.
I don't know that one. I don't know. Is it from the 80s?
Yeah. Sure is.
It's not Halloween, is it?
Halloween what?
It's the weird one. The third. Is it the third?
Yep.
Is the third?
Yep.
Yeah.
Halloween 3.
Okay. I was like, is it a Halloween movie? I was like, that one was the weird one that had nothing to do with.
It's a weird one that has nothing to do with Michael Myers.
It has nothing to do with Michael Myers.
It's
That's
the
what kind
one
of caught me off a little bit.
that says Silver Shamrock. You know?
Oh, I can't believe you remember that. I can't believe you remember that.
Of course. All right, that's it. That's quotes.
Okay, love it. Love it. Quotes are always fun.
That was fun.
Do you,
Okay,
Gwendolyn, do you have a favorite movie quote? What's your favorite movie quote?
Oh, well, from Audition, when she says, all words are lies, but pain never lies.
It's good. I like it.
When you said Audition, I really thought you were going to go,
Oh, well, that would have been too obvious.
That's what I thought. I was waiting for you to. I was like, "Oh, she's actually going to quote it."
Do you know what she's saying when she's doing that?
No, I don't.
She's saying tickle, tickle, tickle.
Oh my gosh! Let me try that again. Tickle, 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 tickle. How was that? Tickle, 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 tickle. Okay. Oh, dude, I didn't even know that. Did you know that, Mike?
I don't know. Maybe not. I don't think so.
It's my fun fact tonight.
Fun fact.
Okay, cool. Well, I don't think I have anything else for you. So, for our listeners out there,
we got one more.
You got one more?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's go back to the serial killer stuff for just a second.
Oh, okay.
I want to talk a little bit about the correlation between serial killer culture and horror movies, and kind of like how they kind of intertwine. Because there was also another backlash thing about they put a tag on the Dahmer series as horror, and people were like, oh, I mean, it is horror, kind of. It is horrific, but of course it's true crime too. But so, what do you think it is, the correlation between those two? Because oftentimes they go hand in hand, don't you think?
Well, what do you mean, like correlation?
Like with movies, like a lot of people who love horror movies,
like glorifying it, or
not necessarily glorifying it, but I mean, look at horror movies. Like Ed Gein was the basis for Psycho and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and
true.
Quite a few other movies. And a lot of these other movies, if there were cannibalism, probably was a reference to Dahmer or other serial killers as well.
Well, I think it's just clearly like art imitates life.
Right.
Like, we can't help ourselves. And plus we're fascinated by what is bizarre and what is like a break in what like our everyday life. We're like, we want to be shocked by something. And so if you give an element of realism to something that is fictional, then it makes it even better.
Right. But do you think there is a correlation between like people who love horror movies and serial killer mythology, or culture rather, serial killer culture, that just kind of intertwines? Do you feel like if you love horror movies, sometimes you will be drawn to that sort of stuff? I mean, it's just in the it's in the basis of the movies themselves, but they'll make movies about those serial killers, and they are horror movies, quote unquote. A lot of them are. I mean, this one in particular, I wouldn't consider it. I mean, it is horrific, so I do consider it in a way horror, but it's not like made like a horror movie. It's not made like dun, dun,
right.
But
like
a lot of them are. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was trying to be almost more realistic than fantasy. Like Dahmer tried to like give you the real emotions that he felt. It's interesting. I guess if you like horror movies, you might be inclined to be more interested in like actual real like dark crime because it's fascinating. That like a movie like that is fascinating and like triggers you, but like in a good way, almost like. And I think it's almost there might be a difference in between someone who loves horror but would be very sensitive about hearing something real.
Oh yeah, I mean, I am to certain levels. Like I don't want to like watch like real life torture and stuff like that. Obviously, you know, but I mean, I can read about it, and I can even see a movie reenactment of true crime, but I don't want to see the real stuff. You know,
right?
Not my kind of cup of tea. Yeah.
So I think there's a difference, like, and I think that's almost a problem in our culture is that now there's kind of blurred lines between people liking something because it's fantasy versus like liking something because it's reality. So like people will attack something like Dahmer because it was real, even though what they're watching is just a movie.
Right.
I think too, when I watch the a horror movie, especially something that I know that's real, it to me, I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe my life isn't so bad. Maybe I really didn't have a bad day because this guy over here is having a real bad day. So I try to pull out the positives in that. It also, I always say that I could survive a horror movie.
Right.
I've learned to like be aware of my surroundings and, you know, just little things like that. But you're right, Mike. It's a really weird, it's a weird balance or a fine line between the two. You watch something like Killer Clowns and things that's definitely fantasy. Then you watch something that's very, very realistic.
Exactly. Like I could say, oh, I love cannibalism, but I love cannibalism in like movies.
Right.
I wouldn't want to see someone actually die.
If that was the case, Mike and I would be like, be put in like a mental hospital or something because we're like, we love extreme horror. We love the gore and torture and rapes and oh wait, we sound like crazy people. So no, there is a fine line between it. But I do that's my take on horror movies. It always has been. Horror movies, any documentaries, to me, I'm like, wow, this shit is really happening to real people. And damn, and I think that I had a bad day at work. No, it could be life could be so much worse, you know.
Right.
I think of it that way, but I don't know if anyone else does. But
no, I definitely do. In fact, back in the day when I was in college, I loved watching Nip Tuck because I was like, well, I didn't do that bad of a thing. I never saw that. Did you see it, Mike?
No, I know the premise though. Yes,
I do know the premise, but I never actually watched it.
I'm not that vain. So
and you're a Nashville. Are you a Nashville native? You're born and raised here, but live.
No, I'm actually from Houston.
Oh,
Texas.
You're from Houston, Texas. Okay,
Sugarland, more specifically.
Okay,
but I mostly grew up here though. From the age of 12, I lived in Brentwood, Nashville.
Okay, awesome.
Cool.
And you moved to LA for a little while.
Yeah, I would go back and forth for like years, just traveling
for years. Yeah, yeah. Okay, awesome. And so what I say. For our listeners out there, a lot of people probably want to check you out. So if they want to look you up, how can we find you on social media?
Well, my IG is at Gwendolyn Sweet.
Okay.
And mostly there. I mean, I have a Facebook. You can look me up. It's Gwendolyn Sweet on Facebook too. But I don't check it. I do keep up with it, but I don't like necessarily check all my messages. So if you wanted to DM me, it's better to do it on like IG.
Yeah, look up on Instagram. We were sitting there. Do you remember yesterday? We were sitting there, and we were talking to the guy that works there, and I was like, "Is that you right there? Holy shit! That is the most beautiful picture ever." No, you have to check out Gwendolyn Sweet on Instagram. Awesome picture.
I know. I was like, that girl needs to put some clothes on.
That was fun. I don't think he thought twice about it. And then the Bridget Bardot picture blew me
that's so
away.
fun.
So, Mike, I was named after Bridget Bardot, and there was a huge, like picture of her. I was like, we have to go have a picture by Bridget Bardot. This is who I was named after. If for those of you who don't know, Mike, I don't know if you know, but Bridget Bardot is basically like the Marilyn Monroe of Paris, France.
Yeah.
That's who she is. So, anyways, but man, it was so great to have you on. Thank you so much.
Thank
We've
you
had
for
so
having
much
me.
fun. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
We're looking forward to. We'll support you when you come out with your podcast.
Yes,
we'll support you, and maybe you'll
need all
feature
the
us
support I
on.
can get.
Yeah, hell yeah, we'll support you. We got you, sister.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It was so nice talking to you, Mike, and I love you, Bridget.
Okay, thanks, girl.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, that was Gwendolyn Sweet. Wow, very cool. Yeah, she's very nice, like you said. She's very sweet.
Oh my gosh, she's so sweet, and she is so freaking beautiful, and just so full of energy. She's like a little ball of sunshine that secretly loves horror movies. I love it. It's not even a secret. It's not even a secret. She was just like, "Oh my god, I love horror movies." I'm like, for real?
Oh, I mean, she rattled off Martin and stuff, which I mean, a lot of people don't know about. So that's cool.
Yeah. She's really fun. I like her. She's a new friend. We've hung out a couple times since I first met her, and no, she's great. She's really fun.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, all right. You got anything else?
I don't think I have anything else. Do you have any things for me to listen to? Any kind of music?
I have some Macabre Melody for you. Yes.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Okay.
And I always had to be home by 10, right before the fun was about to begin. Crowds of people lined inside and out, just for one reason, rocking the house. But in the daytime, the streets was clear. You couldn't find a good freak anywhere, cause the freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night.
All right.
Freaks come out at night. So, they were definitely in Hollywood, because the freaks come out at night in Hollywood for sure.
Yeah.
This is 80s.
Yeah. It's Houdini Freaks Come Out at Night. And of course it's October. So we got to get into the Halloween music spirit. Okay. We got to get into the stuff that you would listen to if you were throwing a mild Halloween party.
A mild Halloween party?
Well, I say, because we're not listening to Cannibal Corpse. We're just listening to, 80s stuff. And
just fun music.
Yeah.
Fun music. Fun. What's the song called?
Freaks Come Out
Freaks
at Night.
Come Out at Night. Who's it by, though?
So
Is it
true.
By?
Houdini.
Do you know who? Houdini. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and put that on later tonight in the bedroom. Do you think I could you think that'll be like a fun night for me to break out the damn robot and stuff?
I think so. I think that
would be so.
I think that would work perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Ready for number 2?
Yeah. Ready for number 2.
Here we go.
Okay.
An oldie but goodie. The oldie but goodie.
For my monster from its slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. He did the monster mash.
You can't have a Halloween party without Monster Mash.
Dude, I was like, oh, I heard. Mike, look, I'm not going to lie to you, Mike. This is so embarrassing. I'm not going to lie to you. When I heard the bubbling, and I'm like, dude, I'm from Antioch. My first thought was a Master P song back in the 90s where he's like cooking up crack. I was like, wait, no, it's not. No, it's the Monster Mash. Don't stop. Get Master P out of your brain. But that's what the song sounds like. No, don't tell anybody that. I put it out there for everybody here. Yes. Go roll with Master Mash. Don't listen to Master P. Just saying.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I got one theme song for you.
Okay.
It's not a movie though, it's a TV show.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Sound familiar?
It's like a black and white. It's old. It's old, right?
It is old. Yeah.
Is it black and white? Old?
No, not that old.
Okay, I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of TV shows back in the day, so sorry. I did that one.
I did watch it when I was a kid, though. For sure.
You did? Oh, well, it's not one of the ones we went like the Munsters or one of those, right?
No.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know that one.
This was a show that played movies. When I watched it was on Saturday nights. And there was a host.
Well, like it's not Elvira.
Yes, Elvira.
Oh, God. We'll talk about. I did watch the Munsters. She had a role in the Munsters.
Yeah, she was
the only reason that I recognized her was her voice. I didn't recognize her face. I was like, damn, did she have a titty reduction? Sure, I didn't recognize them titties, but I recognized her voice though.
She was in his cartoon as well. What was the cartoon? I can't remember the name of it, but El Beasto.
Oh God, I haven't seen that. Is that good? Is it funny? Is it good?
If you like cartoons, which, I liked it. All right. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
So, in translation, you need to eat a bunch of damn gummies or drink you some kratom before you watch this, or you'll never make it through it.
No. I mean, like I said, I liked it. Okay, I didn't think it was bad. It was pretty good. It was different.
Yeah. Okay.
It's different. That's all I got for you. Yeah, that was Elvira's movie Macabre.
Cool. I can't believe I actually pulled that one out of my rear end. Hey, I caught myself. Dude, this is awesome. Hey, I'm in Destin, Florida. I'm gonna go enjoy my vacation.
All right. You go enjoy your vacation. Our listeners need to go buy some movies from me. Go watch it's on Tubi?
Yeah, check out Deadlines. It's on Tubi.
Okay.
It's actually the first horror movie. When you pull up the horror category, it's the first movie on there. So yeah. So Deadline's on Tubi, so A Seller's Secret. You can go to Tubi and watch some horror movies and then go buy some to collect them as well. Go buy some because Mike's movies are badass. You're missing out if you don't get them. Just saying.
All right. Until next time, Bridget.
Mike, you keep it hard.
Real. What?
No, real, I can't say that. No, wait. Rewind. Mike.
Yes.
For next time, keep it hard.
Keep it hard.
Core. Let's get it straight. Keep it hardcore, Mike.
All right. Keep it hardcore with yourself.
Okay. All right.
Later.
Later. Bye.
Bye.
Wow. That's hardcore.
Nothing harder.
Hardcore horror with Mike and Bridget is a part of the Tennessee Horror Podcast Network.